18 is now in session. Would you stand, gentlemen, and pledge allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, good morning. To my right is Vice President Barb Lewis, and to my left is fellow Commissioner Jeff Benton. Our Administrator today, Mike Cromer, and our clerk, Sarah DeMille. With that, let's begin.
Resolution number 18-559, in the matter of approving the electronic record of the proceeding from regular meeting held May 21st, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 18-559. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Lewis? Sorry. Mrs. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-600, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants and batch numbers CMA PR 0523, memo transfers and batch numbers MTA PR 0523.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 18-600. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-601, in the matter of approving travel expense requests.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 18-601. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-602, in the matter of a new stock request for a liquor license from Mill Creek Golf Course Corporation and forwarding to the Ohio Division of Liquor Control with no objections and no request for a hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 18-602. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Item number 7 has been withdrawn. So moving on to number 8, resolution number 18-603, in the matter of granting annexation petition from the agent for the petitioner, Andrew Wecker, requesting annexation of 2.091 acres of land in Delaware Township to the city of Delaware.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 18-603. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
With that, I believe we have George Needham from the library who wants to come and give us an update.
Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to provide this update. I'd like to introduce our fiscal officer, Angela Cox, who's helped prepare the presentation that we have today. What we've done is our library board has passed a resolution asking the county commissioners to place on the ballot on November 6th a renewal of our 1 mill levy for a period of 15 years. We've provided the background information to the administrator's office. We've also gone through the process of having having Auditor Katza provide the documentation we need. So all that's been provided to Jennifer, and we're ready to move forward with that. Our current levy last year, it will be collected as 2019, and that was a 10-year levy. We used that to open the Orange Branch Library. We pledged our public library fund revenue against that. We've been saving money to pay that off early in case the levy didn't pass, but we're now ready to go and ask the voters to renew our levy. So again, it's no increase in tax. It's a continuation of the current levy that we have, and will allow us to do some really important work, including improving our service in Powell and Liberty Township. It will allow us to do some renovations in the library here, which is now 27 years old and is showing its age. It needs some renovation, some rearrangement. It will also allow us to reinforce the staff at the bookmobile to do more outreach community stops. We've started doing stops in Radnor and Kilbourne, at London Town Apartments here. We want to do more of that kind of work. And so, and also to keep our technology and our electronic resources up to date. So we've provided the information, and we would ask that you consider approving the resolution to place that issue on the ballot on November 6th. If you have any questions, be happy to answer them.
Commissioner Ben, do you have any questions?
Yes, basically. I have not had a chance to review the numbers.
Right, we're not asking for you to pass the resolution today. We have plenty of time before it has to go.
Yeah, and that's what I'd like to do, just spend some time looking at the numbers. Sure,
and be happy to work with either the administrator's office or you personally if you've got any questions. I think we've really considered this. We decided on a renewal rather than any kind of additional money because we believe we can do what we're doing with the money we're getting now. Other questions?
I just haven't had a chance to review it, so I don't have
we just turned all the data
questions
over this week, so that's, yeah.
Nor have I, and I would probably like a private meeting with you so I can get my questions answered.
Sure.
One question, 10 to 15, why?
I can answer that one right here. If we can get the renewal for 15 years, we can pay off our notes on the Orange Branch over that 15-year period. We can now pledge the money that we get in levies against notes, which we couldn't do when the original levy was passed in 2009. State legislature has changed the laws on that. So we'll be able to do that over the 15-year period. That means that the money we've set aside to pay the Orange notes in case we didn't get the levy renewal would be able to be used to do new services in Powell and in Liberty Township, maybe a new branch library. So we're sitting on a lot of cash, but that's what it's for.
So for me, I appreciate that answer. I'd like to see the money you have in reserve. I'd like to have an understanding of where you're going to be in 10 or 15 years.
Right.
And being a steward of the county and the taxpayers, us putting it on the ballot indicates that we're supportive. I want to be in a position to be supportive, and I don't know enough now really to comment.
Absolutely. I perfectly in line. I mean, I understand you've only got this information this week, but we did want to get to you as soon as the board had passed the resolution. And like I said, we've got until August to actually vote to get it to the Board of Elections. So be happy to, yeah, I can work with your...
Take it that close, because it'll take...
Oh, no.
I would set your target no later than mid-July.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be excellent. Okay.
So you'll give me a call, or a representative will give me a call, and we'll set up something. I don't know if Commissioner Benton wants the same.
Yeah, same thing.
I'll call you and set up appointments with...
Yes,
Set up appointments, all three of you, no problem at all.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any other questions or comments? At this
No, your question was helpful.
Okay.
So.
Thank you very much for your time.
I think maybe Mr. Farmer has questions.
I just had, no questions, just I think it would be, we really appreciate getting the 15-year projection. I think it would also be helpful to have some actuals for the last couple of years, if that wouldn't be too.
That's not a problem.
I'm sure that's easier than the projections to have. So
Yes.
if you would send that, that would be fantastic, so, okay? Thank you.
And Mike, if possible, you probably could, if you could attend the meetings with us, you'll know the questions that one may ask, the other may not, so we all, so if that works in your calendar, fine. If not, maybe just to follow up with any that you're not able to sit in on personally. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
With that, proceed.
Resolution number 18-604, in the matter of approving the sanitary sewer subdividers agreement for Woodcrest Trunk Sewer.
So move.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion?
Morning, Commissioners.
I'm sorry. I do that to you a lot, don't I?
That's okay, go ahead.
Sometimes you get in a routine and...
I don't mind. Tiffany Mag, Regional Sewer District. This is a standard sanitary subdividers agreement for a trunk sewer that's going to be installed in the Clarkshaw area. It's going to be south of Clarkshaw Road and just west of Sawmill. So we request your approval.
Any questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-604. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-605, in the matter of accepting the sanitary sewer improvements for Four Winds Drive.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion?
This is for a trunk sewer that was installed on Four Winds Drive, which is the Seminole development north of 3637 and west of 71. It's been installed to all of our requirements, and we request your approval.
Questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-605. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-606, in the matter of approving a professional service agreement with Black and Beach Corporation for the Central Alum Creek Facilities Plan project.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Benton, seconded by
Second.
Commissioner Lewis. Discussion?
So this is a contract for the facilities plan for the new Central Alum Creek treatment plant. So what we'll be doing with this project is we'll be identifying the type of treatment that we'll use for the plant, the layout, the footprint of the plant, all of the environmental permitting. We'll be working with the EPA and the Army Corps to make sure that everyone's on board with this project. So it kind of sets the stage for what's actually going to be designed as part of the next phase. So we recommend your approval of this contract.
What kind of time frame to get their
They are
work done?
expecting to be complete in 9 months with this facilities plan. So we have a pretty quick time frame. That's the plan, is to just hit it quick, and as long as we can kind of, make our headway with the EPA and the Army Corps, we expect it to be done in 9 months.
Questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-606. Mr. Merrill? Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-607, in the matter of approving a services agreement with Allied Technical Services Incorporated for the Olentangy Environmental Control Center influent pump station repairs and bypass pumping services.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion?
This is for a pipe elbow that is rusting through in our raw influent building at OECC. This is something that we've had a similar one fail recently, and it created some pretty major issues with backing up the water in that influent building. So we want to make sure that we don't have the same issue on this one. We're going to get out in front and repair it. The contract also includes bypass pumping, which is pretty significant in this location. So request your approval on this.
Questions or comments? Vote?
Vote on motion 18-607. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-608, in the matter of approving transfers of appropriation for the Regional Sewer District.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion?
So we have two transfers on session here. The first is for the Central Alum Creek Treatment Plant. The reason for the transfer is because of the land purchase. We had anticipated purchasing 8 acres of property, which would have reduced our plant footprint and probably driven up the cost, and that was to work with the developer within what he wanted to sell us. Instead, we were able to purchase 20 acres, which obviously costs more money, but it will allow us to have much more additional options when we actually look at laying the plan out, and we should be able to save more than this amount of money in construction. The second one is for the electrical cost at Lower Scioto. When we did the budgeting last year, it was before the plant was up and running, and we had to kind of, put a number on what we thought it was going to be, and it's actually higher than that, so we're requesting the transfer there as well.
Any questions or comments? Vote?
Vote on motion 18-608. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill? Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thanks.
Resolution
Thank you.
number 18-609, in the matter of approving community enhancement grants.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Lewis, seconded by Commissioner Benton. Discussion?
In Mr. Keeley's absence, I was going to present this for your approval. I know that you have the list of the community enhancement grants. There was a lot of fantastic proposals, and there's a lot of people that are going to be receiving a lot of benefit, and just wanted to present that for your guys' consideration today.
Questions or comments? Vote?
Vote on motion 18-609. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill? Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-610, in the matter of delegating authority to the county administrator and other staff for certain administrative matters.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion?
The resolution as we've kind of discussed and worked on as the administrator team, and it's for your, presented to you for approval today.
Any questions or comments?
Just a couple things. I think this resolution does a nice job of expediting minor routine transactions, that come before the board and will allow us to spend a little more time on the bigger, more strategic issues. So I think this will save us, the board, time and improve customer service. So I think it's a worthwhile resolution.
Yeah, the balance is between what we need to know, when we need to know it, and what we need to see and what we don't need to see. And I agree, Mr. Benton, I think this provides that balance. We want to certainly be aware of the things that are important, and that, again, I think this creates that balance, and employees are very supportive. If you want to add anything, Mr. Lewis?
No, I agree. One of the things that it mentions here is that upon prior notice to each commissioner, that the county administrator can actually take care of things and sign off on purchases not exceeding $25,000, which ups that amount. That I believe it's at 15 right now, so ups it to 25, which is good. Once again, it takes some of the minutia away from us, and we have your watchful eyes on it. So.
Vote on motion 18-610. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill? Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Brings us to administrative reports.
Yes, Commissioners, I have one thing today. you know, it's something that's kind of a little out of the norm, but it's exciting that I'm able to kind of share this, and it's something you guys already know. You know, we have somebody at the county that usually is in charge of broadcasting good news and things going on in the county, and that is Jane Hawes, okay? Well, one of the things that she doesn't do is, in that position, you know, would be to broadcast the great things she's doing. And so I kind of wanted to bring that up today, and just, you know, I think the recent promotion to, you know, from manager of communications to director of communications for her outstanding work on some programs is well deserved. And I just wanted to make sure that it didn't go by without some notice, and give you guys an opportunity to maybe comment on it as well. Because normally she would be in the position of broadcasting this when we have other promotions, you know, and things like that throughout the county. And so I just wanted to kind of, maybe kind of get her back a little bit today for what she's done to me. But no, so anyway, I just wanted to bring that up.
I'm sure she might want to brag about herself. Is that?
Well, she didn't put a press release out about the, you know, her promotion. So, but she's always very good to us when she does ours. So, but I think her work on the website, the branding and stuff is really speaks very, you know, and like I said, I don't know if you guys have any more comment or anything you'd like to add.
Boy, it's hard to know where to begin, but we did promote Jane to a director's position because she really deserves it. Jane is extremely professional. She's an excellent writer. I mean, and I'm picky about writing. I mean, as everybody knows. But the website, then, Jane, that's you've been working on that extremely hard, and with several different people trying to mesh together what the different office holders want in a website and everyone else, the staff, and taking into account the latest technological changes with cell phones and smartphones, and then the branding. So I know I'm taking away all your, I wanted to go first.
That's appropriate, because Jeffrey takes away our.
I know, right, and so I thought I'd just jump in, but thank you very much. You've done just a wonderful job. We really appreciate it.
Okay, now, Mr. Benton.
Yeah, I guess I would, this is going to sound pretty redundant, but I would just recognize that Jane is very professional, does a great job in the written and the oral work that is involved in publicizing the county, and we've really improved our image, if you will, you know, our reputation with the public and with the media, thanks to her professionalism. And, you know, again, the work on the website, the branding, and so many other projects. She's very dependable and so on, so we really thank you. The only issue I've ever had with Jane is that she wouldn't put the golfer in the middle of the logo. But I've gotten beyond that, so.
I've gotten beyond it, yeah.
Is that it?
That's it. Thank you, Jane. Congratulations. Well deserved.
I will, if he's redundant, that'd make me even more redundant. So I'm not going to say very much. I had an opportunity to speak briefly with Jane this morning, congratulate her in person, and we both come from a newspaper background, so we share that, and so sisters and brothers, at least in that respect, and I'm very, very pleased with what you've done the time you've been here, and I think we're lucky to have you, and I hope you feel the same way about being part of this county. And with that, I don't know what else to say. Congratulations.
Speech, Jane? Pardon? Speech?
No, I'm characteristic.
All right.
Okay, that's Commissioner reports. So you went first there, so Mr. Benton. Say everything so we don't have to say anything.
Yeah, just a couple things, really. Went to the health assessment that was presented by the health district, and Jane, who else was involved in that? Health district, the health assessment data presentation? Health district. Yeah, Wesleyan presented. Yeah. But anyway, it's a health assessment of a whole bunch of topics in Delaware County, and it was very interesting. There was a lot of data I guess what I was looking for was more overall,
Analysis?
yeah, more overall analysis and plans on how to address the areas where we need to improve. But I mean, again, it was very comprehensive and very interesting. So we'll see what the next steps they end up doing with the data. Overall, the county's in very good shape. We're lagging behind on a few things, but we're ahead in most categories. So again, we certainly have work to do and can always get better. But overall, it was a good report for the county. Went to the new, or not new, grand reopening of the Maxtown Road Kroger yesterday morning, and that was fascinating. There were probably 200 or 300 people there. This was a big deal. You know, they put
It's
11.
great. It's really a nice store.
Yeah, it's a really nice store. They put over 11 million into the renovation, and it's you know, very, very well done. They've got, as we all know, Kroger's a great community partner. They really support our community organizations. They're a major employer with the distribution center, as well as the number of stores they have in the area. But it's really interesting. Kroger is really responding to the competitive pressures because they've got, you know, with Amazon and all the other alternative grocery providers now and different ways of providing groceries, Kroger is really responding. They've got Click List, which is online you can get your order filled and brought out to your car. And there's Scan, Bag, and Go, where you take a scanner with you and scan an item, put it in the bag, and go out, you know, so you don't go through the checkout line. And then they're also working on RFID technology, which is little tags that are put on every single item, and you don't even scan them. You just put them in your cart and go. And when you go through the exit, it automatically reads all the items you have and charges you for them. So they're working on that. That's not available. They've got home delivery. And so again, happy to see Kroger responding to the market forces that are driving that industry. We've got a legislative update tomorrow at Source Point, which will be especially interesting this time, given all the turmoil at the State House and trouble selecting a new speaker and so on. So we'll see what's going on there. That's all I got.
Okay. And that's at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
2 o'clock tomorrow, right?
Commissioner Lewis.
I attended a MORPC, and this was a Northeast Regional Planning meeting, regional collaboration, they call it Northwest. It's Northeast Quadrant. Northeast, it was Blendon Township, Mifflin Township, Southeastern Delaware County, and people from the city of Columbus and, of course, Westerville were there. And it was a really good meeting. Probably about 50 people there. Everybody gave a little update as to what was going on in their city or county or whatever. And MORPC at the beginning also gave an update as to some of the projects that they're involved in, and just overall what MORPC's doing in so many different areas. A lot of discussion on roads, so a lot of Delaware County projects were mentioned, and I think we even had the mayor of Galena there too, so it was a good meeting though. They did a nice job, and went to a Bridges Community Action Partnership, and they have an annual report that they're putting out, and actually Rochelle, the executive director, will be coming to give us an update on that. So I won't steal all of her thunder right now, but I will mention a few things after she comes in too. We've got 6 counties that are a part of this partnership. We've added some counties, and this group helps people who are on the edge of poverty or in poverty. They need some extra help on several things. So it was a good meeting though, just our monthly meeting. They do help clients in terms of rent assistance and actually not only rent assistance, but in fixing up their homes, And they also opened a new shelter in Shelby County. So Rochelle will give us a complete report when she comes in. That's it.
Two things. First of all, we lost a member of our county yesterday, regional planning, a member, and I believe he is on zoning in Berlin Township as well. Rick Solacek passed away yesterday. I also knew him personally as my softball coach from my playing softball down at Berliner, but a really good guy, and just served our county, and just want to make note of that. And speaking of honoring those who have served, this is Memorial Weekend. It's very easy to look at as a 3-day holiday, and I've just asked everyone to think about the fact that there was a large number of people who served and came home, but there are all those who served and did not come home, or came home less than when they left physically. And so if you know a veteran, thank you for their service. Take some time this weekend to acknowledge and show respect, and enjoy the holiday, but also remember what the holiday is all about. So with that, I do believe we have need for executive session.
We do. Resolution number 18-611, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of appointment of a public employee or public official to consider the purchase of property for public purposes for pending or imminent litigation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made in second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-611. Mr. Merrill? Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
With that, we're now in executive session.
Oh, I'm glad you thought. I'm glad you.
Resolution number 18-613, in the matter of adjourning out, oh, sorry, my bad, 612, in the matter of adjourning out of executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made in second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-612. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Bitten?
Aye.
We do have an action for other business today. Resolution number 18-613, in the matter of approving wage scales for Delaware County Compensation Management System for Job and Family Services Department, Income Maintenance Worker 3 position.
So move.
I'll second. Motion made, Commissioner Lewis, second by Commissioner Merrill, discussion.
Good morning, Dawn Houston, Deputy Administrator, and myself as well as Director Dombrowski is recommending your approval of this updated wage scale for the Income Maintenance Worker 3 position.
Questions or comments?
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess I would just comment, I really wrestle with this one because clearly we have wage issues in this area because we've got openings we're having a tough time filling. However, this group just is not performing well. You know, we did a salary survey in 2015, at which point they were okay. But the performance of over half of this group is below the standard for this group. And it's been some time they've been around and trained, and 57% are performing below the standard. Some were as low as 25% of the goal recently. And to giving a large across-the-board wage increase to poor performers is just, I don't think is good. I think we need to tie pay to performance. In this case, we've got some people doing 4 times the work of the low performers, and they're receiving the same pay. That just is just not equitable, in my opinion, nor productive, nor good use of taxpayer dollars. So anyway, giving a big raise now to poor performers with the hope, there's no commitment whatsoever that we will change the pay structure to pay for performance or tie it to performance or merit pay. I just don't think it's realistic, so I'm going to vote no. So anyway.
I think there has been discussion that this is something tied to performance, has to be done within the purview of the collective bargaining agreement, and there is a commitment on the part of the commissioners. I know on the part of me, speaking for me, to incorporate performance instruments, metrics, whenever possible, and therefore to remedy this. But what's best for the county right now is that we must ensure that this group is able to perform its duties under the law, and therefore we must be competitive. That's the way it is. I mean, we have not been able to attract new income maintenance workers because our wages were very low compared to other entities around us. And so as a matter of fact, we've had workers leave to go to other counties because of this. Therefore, I do support this. It's the best thing for the county.
I think all commissioners share the desire for improved productivity. During the questions I have asked, I have been assured that that is and will be addressed. I do think the marketplace right now in this particular area is such that if we don't do something to address it, we're going to continue to lose the good people. And it still doesn't address the issue with the other people. And I'm not here to disparage anyone. I guess I would like to challenge everyone to look at this as an opportunity to perform and be rewarded. The county has taken a position, we're going to help you be better placed in the marketplace, and in return, it's my hope that each and every one of these individuals will respond to that in a very positive manner. That's the intent, that's the goal. I think it's the goal of all 3 of us. Productivity, running an efficient county is extremely important. We all may get there a little different based on the chair we sit in and our personal experiences. I will support this today with the expectation that we're going to hold all employees in our county to a productivity level, but specifically these areas, since this is the resolution we're voting on today. And whether you're the unions or whether you're employees or whether you're commissioners who are forced to make some tough decisions, we should all want to be in the best position to help the taxpayers in this county and us be as fiscally responsible as possible. So with that understanding, I am supporting it today.
I'd just like to clarify too that many people in this unit are performing, and there are some outstanding performers too. And most are performing, and as we have, and Director Dombrowski has given us some metrics, that the good thing is some that were performing at and really so many who were performing at a lower level have now brought themselves up, and their rate of performance is higher too.
Just a matter of correction, 57% of the people are still performing the most recent month below standard. So just wanted to correct that the majority are still not even at the standard that is set for their position.
So we go back and forth, but
I'm not sure of that. But.
Let me comment. We're talking about.
There's the data.
No, we're talking about employees who we want to challenge to perform at a high level, and that is the goal of today, showing commissioners as a majority are in support of that effort. It is our hope that everyone in that unit will look at this as an opportunity to show what they can and will do, and they'll perform better. And if they meet that challenge, we're all well served by that. If they don't, then we all should be disappointed by that. And hopefully that's what comes out of this. And so that's my summary for whatever it's worth.
Thank you.
With that, I call for the vote.
Vote on motion 18-613. Mr. Benton?
No.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Okay. With that, if there's no other business to bring before us, we are adjourned.
See, you got a napkin, you don't even have a.